We're bringing in now Major Doron Spielman, IDF international spokesman. Major Spielman, you just heard the talk of a PR ploy on the part of Hamas. If this is in fact what they're doing, and they're nefarious, so who knows what they're up to exactly. But if this is the case, wouldn't it behoove them to make sure that no more hostages get hurt in this exchange?
I think we have to put ourselves a little bit in the mind of Hamas, which is difficult to do because that same mind is the same mind that attacked citizens and mutilated people. Everything that Hamas does is going to be for their own benefit, right? It's not going to be for anybody else's benefit. The reason that they are releasing our hostages, and I will pause and just say that the entire state of Israel right now has enormous mixed emotions. On one hand, we are so full of joy to see our hostages come home. And at the other side, we know that there's this dark cloud of Hamas holding over 200 hostages. The reason that they are making this move is because militarily speaking, we're operating on the ground. And the best way to deal with their shenanigans and their deception is to continue on the military campaign. When they are pushed to the wall, when they have no choice, that's when they release our hostages. And that's been our goal from the beginning, and that's our goal moving forward. This is a pause for us. This is not the end.
So that said, sir, if they try to extend this pause, again, by parsing out the release of these hostages, how do you handle that? Because as you well know, the longer you have not as much surveillance as you had over Gaza, the more that they are preparing to hurt more of your forces.
The framework that we have today is going on for the next few days. With this continued release, we hope, as you mentioned, that they do not break this ceasefire. As you mentioned, nefarious, they've done it in the past. I've been on Fox News with other conflicts that we've had with Hamas where they have broken this. We hope this holds. I will mention this. Militarily speaking, we are prepared for a lot of different scenarios. We have many ways to gather information. We have many ways to prepare ourselves. This pause, militarily speaking, for us is a time to regroup, to refresh, and to refocus our operational goals. Any decision that we make, and we're very aware of their kind of ISIS distorted strategy, anything we're going to be prepared for, and it's not going to put us or our hostages at a disadvantage. It's going to put us at an advantage, as we can see with our people coming home right now.
And you have other players in the area who may want to, again, restart this, throw in some, cogs in the wheel, if you will. If Hamas indeed directly, if they're saying, OK, we're going to milk this, we're going to play along with this truce, and we're going to regroup, as we know that you are very well prepared for anything that they may counter with. But what about the other bad players in the area who might want to, again, restart this fight?
It's a very good question. As you know, we've been on a multi-front war for weeks, right? I mean, we had missiles that arrived earlier today towards Eilat. We had rockets fired from Yemen. We've got Hezbollah in the north. We had unrest in Judea and Samaria from Hamas activists, thousands of them that have tried to carry out terror attacks. Your question is very much correct. There is a constant kind of arc of evil, a dedication to death that really is only dedicated to death that is being governed by Iran. We're aware of that. At any moment in time, we know if there's an opening, if there's an opportunity for Iran or another one of these evil players to strike against Israel, they'll do so. And that's why we've deployed so many hundreds of thousands of soldiers. We are up and ready for any scenario that's presented to us. And at the same time, like a big army, we're focused on our goal, bringing these hostages home. And that's why we're allowing this pause, only to bring our people home. We've been waiting for them for weeks, but let nobody think that our guard is down. The IDF guard is up, and it is up to stay.
Can I ask a question here, Major? And I think it's something that I've heard others ask. I'm sure there must be a thought process behind it. We're not looking at a one-for-one. 50 hostages held in Hamas or held by Hamas in exchange for 50 Palestinians who are in custody. Can you help explain for the people at home who don't understand why it's, say, 50 for 150 or 1 for 10?
Israel, on our behalf, I can tell you that we have been waiting for these people. We care about our citizens. There's a quote that says that one person's life is worth an entire world. We are so dedicated to bringing our people home, and this is kind of our position from the very beginning, and therefore we're paying a high price. And to put another reference into this price, we have to understand the people that are being released on the Palestinian side and the Hamas side, they're all convicted criminals and terrorists, meaning we're getting home innocent hostages, 2-year-olds, 4-year-olds, this little girl, Amelia, that was in the picture on your screen with her father. We're releasing back to them people who've committed heinous acts, including murder. That is what we're willing to do. And the only reason we're doing it is because of our hostages. And the only reason really that we're at war right now and that we understand Hamas has to be destroyed is because if we don't, another type situation like this is just around the corner. And that is why we're willing to pay this price. It would seem bizarre, but we love life and we love our people, and that's why we're willing to do it.
And of course, Major Spielman, you do whatever it takes to get your beloved citizens home. I apologize for asking this question, but I think I have to, because there are some who are saying that Hamas has won because of the uneven exchange.
I think that we're looking long term. We've hit 16,000 targets. We have killed numerous Hamas terrorists. They have been cleared out of their major command center, which is in northern Gaza. We have forces on the ground. We have taken over their key operation centers. We revealed their terror acts. They're on the run. And I think the proof that Hamas is not winning is that they're willing to allow our hostages to come home, which is their most important bargaining chip. I think any way we want to look at this, yes, we're paying a price to bring our people home, but long term, Hamas is on the path to destruction. We're going to make sure they get there. And I think that's where we are now. We've shown enormous progress in reaching that goal.
Major Spielman, always a pleasure. Thank you, and the best to you and your countrymen as we continue to follow this story.
Thank you so much.